to story time. It was a dark and stormy night. There was lots of lightning and thunder and rain. The lightning came closer and closer. It wasn't just a distant rumble anymore. Until eventually, the lightning was so close that it struck a tall tree and set it ablaze. Now with the tree on fire, close to people's homes and cars, the neighbors were worried that it could damage their property and endanger their lives. They called the fire brigade. The emergency services fire brigade raced across town, sirens wailing, lights flashing, to come and help put out the blaze. And along with them came the police, and the police force were there to ensure that everyone was safe and the situation was under control, and to just make sure that the firemen could do their duty. And after that, the fire was put out, everyone was happy, and so they threw a party to celebrate that no one was injured and no property was damaged. And they even, believe it or not, had some fireworks going off, which was a little bit counterproductive and probably a bit dangerous in the stormy weather, which had actually passed. And everyone sat around the candle and regaled the story over and over again by candlelight. Just like something like that. And everyone lived happily ever after. I hope you like this story. I hope you enjoyed Story Time, brought to you by Blackbezt. I've been asked to review this RGB studio light, CEX3 by Blackbezt, and I thought that an interesting way would be to tell the story. But let's look what's in the box. That there. So, move that out the way. We have our light, and underneath that you'll have an instruction manual, the very important QR code to get the app, which you definitely need. You've got a charging cable, and I had taken these out. These are some 3M sticky magnets, which I presume go on the back, which allow you to, so you just put the sticky bits onto the back of your light. These allow you to stick, whoa, they're pretty strong. Stick your light to any metallic surface. All right, so I have taken the liberty already downloading the app. So obviously once you got the app, you set it up, you connect it to your Bluetooth, and we are good to go. So let's turn our light on. So firstly, the one thing that's really cool that I like about this is it has an off-camera flash built in. If you're using an iPhone for photography and you want some off-camera flash photography for special effects or for whatever, you have that ability with this. But what I really like about this is that we have special effects. That's the lightning effect, as you saw in the story. Now I have turned the power down a lot, so let's put the power back up to 100. Yeah, you can see it's quite powerful. So that's our special effect, lightning, and if you scroll through, you've got party, which makes it look like you've got some lights going on in the party. You have fireworks,
which can work well with the sound. I think the audio makes that. SOS, dot, 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 dash, 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 dot, dot, dot. Police. So we got red and blue lights and flash, and you can adjust the speed to whatever you want and the intensity. Fire truck light. So once again, you can adjust the speed and the intensity of the light, the brightness. Ambulance, just a blue light. And candle. Just got that flickering candle, but I'll probably dim that down. This candle's not really that bright. So you've got this kind of candle flickering away. Which is really quite cool, really nice effect. Okay, and then lastly, circulation. Oh no, sorry, that's not last, this is circulation, which I'm not sure what that does, but it just kind of flicks through the colors and the LEDs kind of go round. And then you've got a bad bulb. So flickering, fizzing away bulb that comes on and off. And I would probably change the color temperature of that. It's quite white, which you can do. So moving on to that, here we have our color temperature in Kelvin. So that's the 2800, really warm, moving right up to, you know, daylight, about 5500, and then moving right up to really blue light at 10,000 Kelvin. And obviously the light intensity. The light intensity, I really like the sliding scales on these because you have so many increments. It allows for very fine adjustment. If you're using gels for any of your product photography or video, this you're going to love because I can literally go into my color wheel slider and change the color of the light to suit. Let's turn that down again. So, you know, a bit of, oh, the leprechaun. So changing the color of my light, RGB. All I can see is white on that camera screen, but you have to trust me, the light is changing. No, you can see from the light effect. That is a really nice effect. And obviously your exposure, so you can adjust your ISO and your exposure. You can use this with your flash. Let's get my color back to center. Then you can adjust your white balance for using Kelvin, and then you also have tint control, which is brilliant. And then you've got a timer, so you can put a delay on a couple of seconds and see what happens when you put a delay on of 2 seconds. 2, 1, click photo, boom. Wow, that's quite interesting. So I'm going to take a selfie. So you have an auto and manual shutter speed adjustment, which connects in with your phone, which is really clever. So it uses whatever your phone is using, you can connect with that, and it understands your shutter speed and your ISO. So you can control this light using the app, which I think is the best way because you have the most control. But on the back, you also have a small LED screen, which you can scroll through, and you can adjust it, and you can go to your menu, you can change all your settings in here. It's a little bit more complicated because you've got to click buttons, and there's only 3 buttons to deal with. So you literally got to scroll through your menu, go plus, minus, etc. So I definitely would use the app because I just think you've got all the controls at your fingertip on your app on a bigger screen. Much easier to use. So on the body of this, you have 3/4-inch screws for mounting. And obviously you would put your magnets here, so you could mount that onto something metallic. Overall, I think it's quite a clever product. They thought of, they've got quite a lot of features in this. Charges via USB, really simple. Battery lasts forever, like literally the battery lasts for I haven't actually used it and run out of battery yet, but the battery does last a long time. Now the company's name is Blackbezt. Blackbezt. It looks like black belt with a lightning bolt for the L, which becomes a Z. So if you want to look at that, check it out. I'll put a link below. So that's my review of the Blackbezt studio light.